What's up, YouTube? It's Austin. It is December 5th. Yes, it's December 5th today. And I am 1 year and 1 month on T this weekend, so that's awesome. And I'm 2 months post-op. So I've got a lot to say. I'm just going to throw it all at you and make this video as short as possible. Try not to go too long. So, number one thing. I'm not sure what my upload schedule is going to be like with these transition update videos. Going forward, because I was doing, up to my 1 year on T, I was doing pretty much every weekend, and now after my 1 year, I'm kind of like, maybe I should go to once a month and just do like a once a month video, so I'm not sure, and since I'm already uploading once a week for Trans and Christian, it's kind of hard with my current full-time job to have enough time to do more than like it's hard to do more than one quality video per week. It's hard to do one quality video per week, to be honest, but so yeah, I'm not sure how often I should upload. So if you have feelings about how often you want to see transition updates or like top surgery updates or whatever, let me know, either in the comments or on Twitter. I'm at Austin Lionheart, so you can check with me there. So yeah, we'll see. But on the job front, sort of a small life update, I'm actually going to be leaving my job starting the first week of January. For multiple reasons, the main one being they're restructuring the department I'm in, and lots of people are getting moved around, and my job is like totally changing. And it just felt like there are some other opportunities coming up for me in terms of like freelancing and writing, and it kind of felt like if there was going to be a chance to jump to do what I'm passionate about and do like LGBT, faith, education, and advocacy, this was the time to do it. So it's really scary to take this leap and just be like, I don't know what I'm going to do for money specifically. Like, I'm not going to have like a steady income after the first week of January. That's really scary. But I have a lot of hope and faith in what's going to come next. And I am applying for stuff for like part-time and full-time things, so we'll see what comes through. But nothing is like nailed down yet, so it could be that after the first week of January, I'm going to have more time to upload stuff and more time to make some amazing content. I really want to upload like regularly, like once a week, to the blog that I have just sort of barely touched at all. So I'd really like to do that. I'd like to create more videos every week. But it's just a matter of having the time to do that, and what allows you to have the time to do that is to have some sort of like monetary income that allows you to pay your bills and have time to do that. So one thing is that I'm looking at possibly checking out Patreon, which is kind of it's a really cool service. It's not like a subscription service like Netflix or whatever, where you pay a certain amount every month. Basically, the way it works is that if you, it's for content creators like bloggers or people that make YouTube videos or people that draw webcomics or whatever, where when people like the content that you're producing, they tip you. So it's just kind of like, cool, I think this thing you made this week is really awesome, here's $5 or whatever. So I'm looking into Patreon because that would allow me to create some really cool educational content. It would allow me to interview people and bring you guys more stuff. I'd love to do that. So the only thing that's constraining is time and money, which are the constraints for basically everyone on Earth. So if you have feelings about Patreon, let me know about that as well. Yeah, so that's the life update. Let's talk about transition stuff. Top surgery update. I'm 2 months post-op and I feel so good. I just feel so good to be in my body, and like, whether I'm meditating or whether I'm running, or whether I'm just like walking around and realize like, oh, I can put my shoulders back and like stick my chest out and like feel good about standing up straight. It's amazing, and it feels so good to be in my body. Sometimes I just, like, I feel this sense of like wonder and amazement to just exist in my body and be aware of that. So, yeah, I just feel really good. Top surgery is awesome, and having had top surgery is awesome. In terms of recovery, doing really well, no problems. I thought I'd show you, I've been using these guys, Scar Away strips, Scar Away silicone scar sheets, and you cut them, they come in these little sheets about that big, and you cut them twice so that you can get 3 strips out of it, and you put them on your scars. and I usually wear them pretty much all day. I try to wear them every day, but it usually comes out to more like 4 days a week. And I do think they help. The funny thing about scar stuff is that you have no idea how your body would have responded had you not used them. So, like, who can know if they do what you're supposed to do? Because everybody's body reacts differently. But I have noticed that on the day, like if I don't wear them for a while and then I do wear them for a couple of days, my scars are flatter, and they do sort of like blend into the rest of my chest better. So I think they are doing something, so I'm going to keep wearing them. I've been using them since about 1 month on T, and I'm 2 months now. So yeah, top surgery recovery is going awesome. I'm back at the gym and trying to get myself, I'm not at my regular CrossFit gym, I'm just at, like, I go to the sort of downstairs gym where I work, where there are just like some treadmills. So I'm running and trying to get my heart and my body back in shape for CrossFit. Yeah, so I feel really good. The other thing, transition related, is that on December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve, I am going to get my name and gender marker changed. Yes! So the process for that in Minnesota, if you live here, is that you have to, basically in Minnesota, the law is that in order to get your gender marker changed, you have to have some sort of proof from a medical professional that you have done something irreversible to your body, to make it, basically to make it look like a cis person's body. And it's problematic for basically any trans person that doesn't want to be on hormones or doesn't want surgery, or genderqueer people who like feel like having their gender marker on their ID be something different would be really helpful for them. It sucks, and I wish Minnesota did not have this law, and there are several groups in Minnesota working to repeal that. So yeah, definitely support that if anything comes across that you see, and I'll let you know if I see any petitions or anything that will be helpful for that. For me, I've waited to get my name changed because I wanted to get my name and gender marker changed at the same time, because it's cheaper to do them both at once instead of having to go to court twice. Because in Minnesota, what you do is you fill out this form for request for name and gender marker change, and you bring it to your district court, yes, your district court office for your county, and pay them $340 or something, and then they give you a court date, and you don't really get a whole lot of like input into what date you get. They're just like, we got this date open, and you're kind of like, okay. So they give you a court date. You show up to your court date with 2 people that can confirm that you are who you say you are, and that you don't want to change your name for any like nefarious purposes or to like escape debt or people or whatever. And then the letter from your medical professional saying that something has been done. And I have heard that you can get a letter from your just regular doctor who prescribes you your hormones that says that the hormones have altered your body. But it is much more likely that the judge will actually grant your request for a name and gender marker change if you have a letter from your surgeon if you get surgery. So I've just waited until I've had my surgery letter just to like be absolutely sure. So I'm going to bring this letter from my surgeon, from Medali, and then my 2 witnesses, my mom and my sister, are going to come, and we're going to go, and the judge is going to hopefully issue me that gender marker and name change order, which you then take to the Minnesota Department of Health to get a new amended birth certificate, and you take to the Social Security office to get a new Social Security card, and you take to the DMV to get a new driver's license. So it's this whole big process, which I am just going to be starting on December 23rd. So I'm really excited about that. And if you want to hear more about that process or how that sort of legal thing goes, let me know. I'll probably talk about it next time I make a transition video, whenever that is. It will be for sure next month, but if it's earlier than that, I don't know, we'll see. Tell me if you want one. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Lots going on. Job change, official gender and name change. Videos are happening. Top surgery recovery is happening. So, yeah, there's just a lot. And I have so many awesome ideas for things to happen with the Trans and Christian account and with the blog and with places I'd like to write and people I'd like to interview. Oh, yes, the other thing I was going to talk about is, or not talk about, but just mention, is that I'm going to be at the Gay Christian Network Conference, which is January 7th through 9th? 10th? Something like that. But January 7th for sure is the start date. And the Gay Christian Network, I had like heard of them before, like a year ago or something, but I had just assumed that it was like specifically for like gay and lesbian folks, just because of the name, and so I never really looked into it. And then when I went to the Reformation Project conference and spoke there, everybody was like, well, are you going to the Gay Christian Network conference? And I was like, haven't really looked into it. Isn't it just for gay people? And they were like, no, like it's everybody, like the whole LGBTQ plus spectrum. So I'm gonna be there, which is really cool. And I may even be doing something special there, but that hasn't been announced yet, so we'll see. But anyway, if you're going to the Gay Christian Network Conference in January, I'm going to be there, and it's going to be great, and I'd love to meet you, so let me know. And yeah, we will see you there for sure. So, hope you're all doing well in this Advent run-up to Christmas, and, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Actually, Hanukkah starts tomorrow night, and my girlfriend's Jewish, so we always do Hanukkah stuff too. So yeah, happy Hanukkah if you're Jewish. Yeah, and we will talk to you soon, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Alright, have a great weekend. Peace.